Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. This is Life in the Bearcave, a podcast for Andy Bundy and his community. And joining me is my best friend.
It's me. It's Bookslap.
It is Bookslap.
I like how the intro for this is the reverse of the Teamwork Tuesday when we get rated, where I get to say I stream on Tuesdays with my best friend, and then
That may not have been planned.
Oh, was that a brain cell moment?
It was a brain cell moment.
All right, I missed it. The brain cell was occupied.
It is. We're here talking about May.
It's true. This episode is going to be the most on-time episode we've had this year. Can you believe that?
Which is funny because of how busy both of us have been this month.
Yeah, ironically, this is the time that we are the busiest. And you know what? In fact, that's actually the first topic that we were going to discuss this week, is how we're both really tired. And Andy will say how tired he is, and I'll say how tired I am, and we'll go back and forth sharing how tired we are, like true millennials.
Mm-hmm.
So, Andy, what have you been up to for the last couple of weeks?
What haven't I been up to? Work, mainly. There's been a lot of events at work. Probably stuff that I can't share on public podcasts, due to NDAs and whatnot. I have work that has an NDA thing now.
Andy's a spy.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
he can't tell us. He can't tell us about his work, or otherwise he would have to kill us. But he is. That's true. These are facts.
That or I'd get fired, one or the other, or killed.
Two things can be true.
Yeah. But it's just been busy with that, on top of there's dance recitals happening where I'm doing the lighting and sound for here locally. And on top of that, streaming, and there's probably other things that I've been doing, but there's the yawn.
Sleeping is not one of them, though. That yawn should tell you that sleeping is not one of them.
I've been getting good sleep this last week.
I don't know if... I feel like this is challenging the notion of what good sleep is, because, dear listeners, my understanding of Andy's sleep in the last week, especially in the last week, has been that he goes to bed and falls asleep like hard, like stone falling out of the sky all the way into deep sleep, and then bursts back up like he's coming up to the surface of water when it's time to wake up. And that says to me that your body's real beat up.
Yeah.
Real hurt. Andy is like Goku in the chamber being healed after fighting Raditz. He's got it, but work is Raditz. It's come to destroy the Earth.
Understood.
I've been talking too much about Dragon Ball Z recently. That might be true.
With that. Speaking of, never mind.
Let's talk about you first. No. We got to go back. Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, is that what was about to happen?
Yeah, it looks like today's topic is all about video game adaptations, and I'm assuming you're talking about movies.
Oh, no, it doesn't have to just be movies, but that is true. That is true. Our main topic is video game adaptations. I have been also very busy at work with things that are very NDA. Where I would 100
spy.
Yeah, I'm a different kind of spy. We're actually in competing spy agencies. They don't know that we do this podcast together.
It's like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but then which one of us is Brad Pitt?
I'll let you decide.
Okay. Viewers, leave a comment below which one of us is Brad Pitt.
Does that make the other one, is it Angelina Jolie?
It does. Now, see, Angelina Jolie is a good segue into the video game adaptations, because I definitely wanted to talk about Tomb Raider, but...
I want to talk about Dragon Ball, whatever the movie was.
What Evolution? Was it called? So. Was it Dragon Ball Evolution? So, all right, wait, hold on. We got to preface this. This is the worst segue that I've ever done. Andy and I have been watching a lot of children's cartoons lately. We have been watching a lot of children's cartoons, specifically adaptations of video games from the 90s. Yes, we have mentioned before that we watched all of the Legend of Zelda cartoon earlier this year. We didn't watch all of the Super Mario's Super Show. We watched like half of
a fair
it.
amount of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched like half of it before we just kind of wandered off. I think we were distracted from the
We'll get back
Super
to it
Show.
eventually.
Yeah, I think we were distracted by the Legend of Zelda cartoon, which we like really got into. We were both like, wow, this is actually really good. People who say that this is bad, you're wrong. It's in fact actually really good. And then we started to watch the Donkey Kong Country cartoon. People who say that that's bad
Are also wrong.
maybe have a point, but for the wrong reasons.
You
Yeah.
can have that opinion.
Well, all right. We're going to get into some nuanced things here. But yeah, so video game adaptations. We can talk about movies. We can talk about shows. It came up on your stream yesterday where you mentioned that we had been watching the Donkey Kong Country cartoon from the mid-'90s, which, didn't it start out as a French cartoon?
Yes.
Like, that's so odd. Isn't that so odd? That it...
I mean, Rare is based in the UK, so it's not as weird as you maybe think it is.
I don't think they generally speak French in the United Kingdom. I could be
They're
wrong.
close, though.
I mean, I haven't been there. That's true. It's just one channel right away. That is true. But yeah, and like people get all upset when
They
we
have
say
opinions.
like, yeah, they have opinions about things. So we thought, why not just talk about those opinions and have like a whole segment on this, so you can find out more about how you probably shouldn't listen to our opinions on movies or TV shows,
Or do listen to them.
or do. You can do either. That's fine.
So,
Not everything has to be for you.
speaking of, the 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie is the best adaptation of the Super Mario Brothers franchise. Fight me.
I feel like Andy has said this before on the podcast, but I did want to give him an opportunity to describe. Oh, and for the record, I also enjoy the movie. I don't think it's the best video game adaptation,
I said
but I do
specifically
enjoy
Super
the movie.
Mario.
Okay. What makes it the best Super Mario adaptation? And let's factor in everything.
Everything.
Like the movies, the cartoons, and there's multiple cartoons.
True.
Like let's bundle it all together. Would you still say that it's the best?
It's that's possible. I mean, there was something about it that it was its own original story, and it still took all of the things from the movie without being a direct copy, right? So, I think it wasn't just like, yes, there were a lot of, oh look, there's a cameo of that. Oh look, there's a Bullet Bill sign. Oh look, there's a Ba-Bomb. There were a couple of those things there. It was 1993. I understand that the computer graphics weren't the greatest at the time.
Oh, there's so many practical effects in that movie.
There were so many.
Basically, all of it is practical effects.
Except for when Koopa turns into whatever he turns into when he de-evolves. But think about the games that were out at the
But still, I mean, think about the Goombas and all of the costumes. Even the Ba-Bomb, that's like an actual thing
was, yes.
in the world.
time. But think of the games that came out by that time. It was Mario Brothers 1, or Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, both of them, and 3, as well as maybe Mario World. I can't
I
remember
mean,
when Mario
if
World
it was
came out.
if it was 1993, I think that had to be after World, because World was a launch title for the SNES.
Yes.
So,
And I don't know, personally, you got the king transforming into, the fungus and all that. Spoilers for a 1993 movie.
spoilers: the Princess Toadstool's father is a fungus.
You mean Daisies?
Yeah, but was she not called Princess Toadstool?
No.
I know she was Daisy, but I thought they referred to her as that
She was just
title.
Princess Daisy.
Oh, they just call her Princess Daisy? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, because her dad turned into fungus toadstools, that doesn't make him a king toadstool. I don't remember what name he gave it. But it was a direct reference to Mario 3.
Kind of does, but let's move
Yeah.
on. It kind of does make him King Toadstool. Leave a comment below to tell us which of us is right. I'm going to keep doing that, by the way.
That's fine. But if going forward, like the Mario movie and the Mario Galaxy movie, the most recent ones, the Illumination ones, they're fine. I like them. I enjoy them. But it seems like there's a lot more priority based on, oh, look at what we can cameo and put in here, rather than let's focus on the story here. I mean, granted,
That's true. The first Super Mario Illumination Super Mario Brothers movie is basically a parade of cameos. They did it less in Galaxy, which I did like. They put more of them into the background. Like, you have to like pause the movie and look for a lot of them.
Right.
They're not just like, here it is. There's another one. Here you go. They kind of got over that a little bit.
And they had a practical effects Yoshi in the 1993 movie.
Now, is Yoshi your favorite side character in the Mario universe?
No.
Really? Okay, this is a genuine surprise for me. Who is your because you seem to have a great affinity for Yoshi. Anytime he's an option or he like pops up, he's not your first choice, but like you pull him into your sphere. Who's your favorite side character?
Okay.
I'm not counting Waluigi as a side character.
Okay, that was going to be my question.
Since he doesn't appear in like a main Mario game, I'm not counting him as a side character.
Okay. Favorite side character then? How about
The suspense.
the Magic Koopas? So basically like Kamek, right?
Okay. Kamek, not Cammy?
I prefer Kamek to Cammy, but Cammy's great too.
Okay, I prefer Cammy, but
She
that's
has-
because
she
I have
has some
such an
funny
affinity.
moments.
I have such an affinity for Paper Mario. Mm-hmm. And she's in Paper Mario instead of Kamek.
Right.
They're
I
they
prefer
take the
Yoshi's
same
Island.
role. Yeah. I have not actually played Yoshi's Island.
It's on Super Nintendo, NSO. if you
Lots
want
of
to take
games are
your
there,
hands.
but that doesn't. But I only have.
It was
so
also
many
on the
hours in the
SNES
day.
Mini.
Is it?
Yeah.
Most of my time with my time with the mini consoles was with the NES or A Link to the Past.
And also GBA version of Yoshi's Island is on GBA NSO. Which is the same game, just Game Boy version.
Are there any other opportunities that one might have to play Yoshi's Island that you would like to attack me with right now?
Attack? I'm just providing opportunities that you can experience the game that I played a lot as a kid.
Right. Okay. All right. So we
Video game adaptations.
So we have established that is like in the pantheon of video game adaptations. But you know what? There's a lot. There's a lot more. What would you say is like another very notable video game adaptation for you?
Mortal Kombat, the movie. Street Fighter, the movie. They kind of released similar.
They were
times.
released around the same time. That's true.
So I kind of put them together.
But you have to pick one. No, I'm sorry. I can't let you do that. You have to pick one.
Then Street Fighter.
Real? Oh, I was sure he was going to pick Mortal Kombat. I was sure of it. You like to reference Street Fighter more because Street Fighter is a more quotable
It is
movie.
more quotable.
It is definitely a more quotable movie, and it has better actors. It definitely has better actors, like on the average.
The second Mortal Kombat is more quotable than the first one, though.
Yeah, but the second Mortal Kombat movie is just so It's like it goes past the so bad it's good and back into just bad territory of like, why am I watching this? Like, what is happening and why? And why did they make these choices? It does. It like goes all the way around. It spins all the way around and takes us back to the what's happening again?
I will respect your opinion.
Look, I've seen them. Don't worry. I've seen them and I enjoyed them.
We had them. We watched them for a movie night.
We did watch them for a movie night. Just because I think a movie is bad doesn't mean I don't enjoy it for other reasons. It's just that one is like too far towards bad for me. Like, it's not schlocky enough. I want it to be, like, even schlockier. Mortal Kombat 1 is, like, the right amount of movie cheese. You know, it is spread. It is a nice layer of movie cheese
Wesley Dale?
spread across that cracker. What was that?
Wesley Dale cheese?
Yes.
It's the kind that Wallace and Gromit always use.
I'm just yes.
Okay. Other movie adaptations, though.
I have to give a shout out to Tomb Raider 1. I do also appreciate Tomb Raider 2. It's a bad movie, but it has the right amount of schlock. It commits the sin of taking itself too seriously. Both Tomb Raider movies take themselves too seriously. But they get bonus points for me because I was a really big Tomb Raider fan as like a little kid. I played Tomb Raider 2. Fun fact, before I was obsessed with Resident Evil 2, I was obsessed with Tomb Raider 2. And went through... It was way too difficult of a game for me at, like, 7. But I still did it. I still went through the effort of going through the whole thing, finding the collectibles. Andy, did you know that there are collectibles?
I didn't. Most I know about Tomb Raider 2 is there's the training level that you can lock the butler in the meat freezer.
That is true. It's
And
difficult. You have to time a jump.
Is it difficult?
To
I
get
did
him.
it as a kid.
It can be. You have to time a jump. It's easy for him to position himself in such a way where you can't get around him in time to hit the button to close the door. So you have to kind of jump a little bit to get it. Yeah, no, there are collectibles, and I am telling you this not only to entice you to play it as a classic platformer that you have yet to play, but also so that I can encourage you, the viewers, to also bug Andy to play Tomb Raider, because I know for a fact that he has it now, because they recently gave it away on Epic. So, haha, I will recruit others to push you into playing this game that you've already said that you might want to.
Okay, I'm surprised you didn't talk about Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. I don't really enjoy them. I know. I'm a big fan of the Resident Evil games. I would actually kind of like to read the books. A lot of people don't realize that there was actually a series of book adaptations for the first couple of Resident Evil games. I forget who the author was, Perry something? And the book adaptations are kind of like their own world. They follow the plot, but different things happen. Different characters survive, and I think they kind of mesh some of the stories together so that they're one coherent story instead of two different scenarios for the early games. But I've heard they're really interesting, taken on their own. Now, the movies, yeah, I'm one of the Resident Evil fans. It's you can just skip them. It's fine. Basically, all of the live-action Resident Evil things are kind of garbage.
So I shouldn't put them on the movie night list then?
I mean, you can, but it's one of those things where the more you know about Resident Evil, the less enjoyable the movies are.
So
because
I
the
should
movies
watch them now.
kind of, because the movies feature other characters. They start out being referential-ish to things from the original games, and oh look, in the second game it's happening in Raccoon City, and there's Jill, and there's a guy that they're calling Carlos, and there's a nemesis or something, and it's okay, cool. And then they go off in this horrible direction. The world ends. Umbrella destroys the world. There's an infinite supply of zombies. All of the characters you know and love, like Claire and Leon and Ada, they all eat shit and die. They're in the movies, but they all are sacrificed on the altar of the movie's brand new character, Alice, who is the superwoman who does everything and is the only one who is allowed to do anything. It's very weird. The Netflix adaptations, also terrible. Welcome to Raccoon City, absolutely dreadful. The new movie, that is the previews, the first trailer for it came out, kind of looks interesting. Looks good. It looks like a serious attempt at making a movie that is in the universe, but it is a side story. It is not featuring any of the characters that we know. It's this other dude. And it's his perspective surviving the events in Raccoon City. It's its own thing, and it looks interesting.
Is it gonna end with him dying because Alice is there?
That would be a really good reference. That would be really funny, but probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah.
There was also I was just thinking of them. Did you know that there was also a cartoon series of Viva Pinata?
That I think I did know this. I have never played Viva Pinata, so I don't really know what they're about. So you're saying that I can find the videos on Bundy's Streamland?
You could actually,
and I could catch up on the, I'm sure, intricate plot about these pinatas.
Basically it's basically a sandbox or a farm simulator, but the animals are pinatas.
Yeah, that's okay.
And you feed them and
Sure.
breed them and
do you
make
feed them
houses.
candy?
Yes.
Yes, with a question mark.
I was trying to remember.
Okay, it's like, because I don't want to fill the pinata full of like leafy vegetables and roots,
I'm pretty
or
sure it's
other
candy.
pinatas. Are some of the pinatas carnivorous?
Some of them are, yes.
Okay, so they eat other pinatas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my interest is increasing, but what was the cartoon like?
So do you remember the Donkey Kong Country cartoon?
Perfect. I like where this is going.
I mean, it's basically they gave personalities to a couple of the pinatas, and they're talking about, the pinatas get flung over to the mainland or whatever, and this is just them living their lives. I don't remember much past that. It's been
to the mainland. Where does Viva Pinata
they're
take
on an
place?
island.
On an
I'm pretty
island,
sure.
a Pinata island. Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
It's probably close to Congo Bongo if I had to guess.
My favorite part about Congo Bongo Island, which is the setting for the DK Country cartoon, is that it's this like little crescent-shaped island. They show it from the air all the time. It's just out in the middle of nowhere. There's no other features in the water. It's this little crescent-shaped island that when they show it there, it's like just a beach with some sandy inlets and like a couple of rocks at the end. Like that's probably where Karul is supposed to be. But then when they're actually on the island and they're showing the characters walking around, it's infinitely big and it has mountains on it and deserts
snow, yeah.
and plantations full of bananas. And they go to these locations all the time. But when they show it from above, it's just this little crescent. And it's like, the island is bigger on the inside? Is that what they're telling us?
That's what it sounds like. And other adaptations I was thinking about, when I remember...
Clearly the original Sonic the Hedgehog adaptation, right?
Oh, yeah, there's the
Sonic...
Jaleel White cartoon, which also came out the same time as The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which was like the series closer to the comic books. And then there was also Sonic Underground that came out. And then there was Sonic Boom, which was the 3D animated one, which...
So, okay, all right, wait, hold on. Let's roll back. And by roll back, I mean we'll stop at this point. Is Sonic Boom good or bad? Because the internet will not give me an answer on this. Every clip that I've seen of it was funny and was interesting. But then when people are talking about it, they talk about it like it killed their puppy.
Are you talking... Well, there's nuance to that, because there was the show, which is hilarious, and then there is the game, which probably killed their puppy.
I am talking about the show, I think. Because, like, I've seen clips of the show, of the actual animation, and it was funny. Like, I saw a clip the other day where the whole joke was that, like, oh, Sonic forgot to bring the volleyball to the volleyball court, so he's gonna go back home and get it. And he walks instead of, like, racing forward, and the joke is about how he's like, oh, how do normal people do this? And then it zooms out, and he's walked, like, 20 feet. And, like, it was funny. But, like, why do people hate that? I don't understand.
I can't answer that because I enjoy it, but there's a lot of things that I like that the internet collectively doesn't like.
Look, the internet doesn't know shit. It's fine.
But what I was going to talk about,
Especially
about
now
Sonic.
in the day of AI, it doesn't know anything.
Yeah. So I remember I think it was either junior high or high school, I was at the local library, and they had books for StarCraft, Warcraft, and Halo.
I remember those Halo books.
I remember, and I read the StarCraft and the Halo ones, and I think my sister read the Warcraft ones. I think
That does sound like her.
Really good, and I was like, "Oh yes, I need more of these." I don't think they made more, but
Yeah, I think they were short run. Yeah, short run things.
so like those were good. There was the Last of Us series was really good. At least the first season I watched. I didn't watch the second.
I have only seen parts of the second series, actually, but I know the story from playing the games. So, yeah, they really good, really technically amazing television shows, like beautiful pieces of cinematography and acting and design. My feelings on The Last of Us, the TV show, are the same as my feelings on The Last of Us, the games.
I haven't played the games.
They're very heavy, and they're enjoyable for me once, because it's too heavy. It's too much about how humanity will tear itself apart. Just like any zombie story, the real bad guys were the humans we made along the way. Yeah, but it is never like light and happy. There's like one happy moment in The Last of Us 1, the game, where you like see a giraffe, and literally you see a giraffe and are like, whoa, cool. That's it. The rest of it just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean, there is one episode in the first series that I won't spoil.
No,
but
I know what you're gonna say. I already know what you're talking about. But that is actually not in the episode you're referring to.
Yeah.
That is actually not in the game. You meet that character post those events, and you never. So that was an expansion on that character.
Yeah,
which,
and I liked that.
yeah, no, that's great. But everything is a downer in that franchise, and so it's good. It's really good. I have no desire to continue with more of it.
Not a masochist.
Because
Got it.
It's too heavy.
Castlevania, the cartoon series.
Yeah, we got to finish that.
We do. We got
We got to
pretty
finish
far.
that. But I have really enjoyed it.
Me too.
And that is actually a great example of a mixture of both dark humor and just dark depressingness. Like, people being beaten into submission and forced into serving evil, yeah, that's rough, even if they kind of sucked to begin with. But the light banter between the characters, or how they experience and find joy in each other before they go, fight some various demons, is I like that. It's balanced, it's nuanced. I don't enjoy the ending of season 3, but because that was weird.
I'm trying
feel
to
like-
remember.
Alucard has a visit from the twins.
Right.
And
I
it
remember
goes
now.
very weirdly.
Very.
It takes the whole show takes an unexpected turn. And then it stops turning and goes back to what it was doing before. And
Are there
yeah.
any other adaptations that you can think of off the top of your head?
Oh, there are so many more adaptations. There's plenty of adaptations for things that we have just never played or seen or experienced. Or ones that, like, we've seen in the past that just aren't even worth talking about. Like, no one is going to talk about the Prince of Persia movie.
Oh, the one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, no one's ever gonna like, unless somebody specifically says the Prince of Persia movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, you would never remember that it was a thing.
I forgot about it until
And-
you said something.
Yeah, right, exactly. And it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was just kind of there. It's like there was an Uncharted movie.
Oh yeah, with Tom Holland.
Yeah. When was the last time anyone thought about that?
I actually never got to see it. I
Yeah,
wanted to,
right?
but I never
'Cause-
got to.
Yeah, right? Because, like, oh, Uncharted, that was a fun game series.
I never
Yeah,
played
we
the
all
game
like
either.
that. I've played some of them. Oh, yeah, no, that's cool. That was fun. We don't think about it anymore.
The Warcraft
it's
movie
gone.
was good.
The Warcraft movie is actually the next one I was going to say. Is it's like, it was a whole thing that happened, and it like, there's not much of a reason to think back on it. I don't even know whether that was good or bad. I feel like people were kind of mixed on it at the time.
I enjoyed it. But
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I was like, I don't even know anything about it. I've never been a Warcraft fan. I have played 2 months worth of World of Warcraft. I have never gotten a character to max level. Shout out to Fair and Spite for once running a baby character of mine through a baby dungeon when he was at level cap, and that was a fun experience. But it's
yeah,
basically all I got.
Well, I played Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. I only played a little bit of a trial of World of Warcraft with Obi, like a long time ago, before the VOD channel, so you can't see that one.
in the before
But-
times.
Yeah. But I enjoyed the lore of the first 3 games.
Yeah, I've heard that the lore for Warcraft, for the RTS game, because they were RTS, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that the lore and the characters and things were really interesting at the time, and that was part of what was kind of a disappointment for World of Warcraft for a long time, was that the quality of the writing was considerably worse than what people knew that they were capable of. I've heard that it has gotten much better in recent expansions, that it's not just go kill 12 wolves and bring me their pets, and then, oh, watch out, Arthas is gonna raise the dead. But most of my experience was during Wrath of the Lich King, so, like, I know a few
Gotcha.
of the characters.
Well, Arthas originally was a human, like, prince, and then...
Yeah, that's part of... They do talk about that during Wrath of the Lich King. I think you actually... I think there's a cutscene where you actually see it happen, and then, confusingly, there's a whole, like, somebody must be the Lich King. To control the end... I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll be hanging out in Final Fantasy.
And then he got this sword, Frostborn, and it corrupted him and turned
Yeah.
him into the demon king that he is now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you see that as a cutscene in that expansion. But,
There was a good
Yeah, no,
cutscene in Warcraft 3.
there are plenty of video game adaptation. I do really appreciate that you actually got that down to show, even though the camera didn't quite pick up
It's
all
okay,
of
they
it.
got the hilt.
Yeah, and the hilt is the important thing. There are plenty of video game adaptations. We would really like to know from you, the listeners, what are your favorite adaptations? I don't want to hear what ones you don't like. I want to hear what ones you do like.
And I'm going to end with there was even one that didn't get released, but we know about, and it's going to segue into our next piece. Because there was a failed pilot for a little cartoon bobcat called Bubsy.
You know, until you told me that he's a bobcat, I just assumed he was generic animal. I never
Generic
understood that he was a cat. I never got it.
You'll see it better if we play Bubsy 4D. Not foreshadowing at all, but
Yeah. If Andy plays this cartoon platformer,
yeah. So it's actually with the Bubsy Perfect collection in like 4 parts. It's an animated Deke cartoon, which is the same people who did like the Sonic animation cartoon and the Legend of Zelda. Same company. It just fell through after the first episode.
yeah, because Bubsy didn't really make it. kind of ended up on. He almost did. He kind of ended up on the piles and piles of animal mascots from the '90s. A notable one, but didn't quite find his place. But you're right. That is a great segue. So Andy, what did you play this past month?
Well, this past month we did finish Mario Galaxy 2. We played a lot of Tamagotchi Life, checking up on Bundaberg Island, seeing the shenanigans that are happening there. We played Big Hops all the way through. That was a good game. I did a bunch of demos for different games. We played Uno for a little bit after we finished, I think it was Big Hops. I played a little bit of Bubsy 3D because the Perfect Collection came out, which has that game, and it was very cheap. And then I played a little bit of Mina the Hollower to finish out May.
Okay, so let's back it up a step. These demos, do you remember any of the demos that you played specifically?
The Slime 3D was an interesting one. It's basically you're a slime that gets different powers and such, and you can basically navigate through obstacle courses. That was a fun one. There was Skater Gator 3D, which was an alligator on a skateboard. Who
so cute.
doesn't love it?
It was so cute.
Apparently, that's a franchise. There was a game before it just called Skater Gator, and it was 2D. I found that out after the fact.
Skater Gator 3D was you were grinding on rails, and the rails had different effects on them, and there were boss fights on the rails. Oh, I was very tempted to pick that up.
I had some extra Steam Wallet cash, so I do actually own it now.
Good. I expect a full report for next month's episode.
What else? What were the other ones that I had a couple that I wanted to do, and I didn't do.
You played Bears in Space. How did you forget about Bears in Space? It's two of your favorite things.
True.
Prepositions and space.
Yeah. But that was a good game. It was not what I expected. I wasn't expecting the first-person shooter-ishness of it all.
And it was also attempting to be very silly,
comedic,
wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a comedy game.
Wasn't expecting that part.
You played Basket Cube.
I did play Basket Cube. And then got a Basket Cube weapon.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. That's what one does. You know, it's weird how that's the second game I can think of that has basketball as a way to power up.
What's the other one?
Like a shooter. Dead Space actually has basketball as a minigame in it, and you get rewards for playing basketball.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are all the games I think I played by myself.
That's true. Okay, so, Andy, I'm going to request, and by request I mean we talked about this beforehand. I'm going to tell you to do it. I want you to pick a couple of these games. Let's say 3 of them. I want you to give a 1-minute review. Condense the whole experience down for the viewers at home. Pick one of the games, and let's get it in a single minute.
All right, so how about I do Mario Galaxy 2 since I finished that. Big Hops because I finished that. And maybe Bubsy?
And definitely Bubsy.
3D.
Definitely Bubsy 3D. Okay, so let's go. Let's start with Mario Galaxy 2, all right? You're going to have 1 minute to give us your full experience. Ready, set, go.
All right, Mario Galaxy 2, very similar to Mario Galaxy 1, except it has Yoshi this time. Lots of fun, lots of expansions on the first game. It has Whomp's Fortress in it. I really enjoy the game. I would play it again, and I'm kind of surprised at how long it took for Nintendo to get it on a current gen console. That's 30 seconds. I could probably talk a little bit more.
You're gonna need, you got 27 more seconds, so you better keep talking.
But I was surprised at how much of the same it was, and if they never brought back the spring power-up, I wouldn't be sad. There were a lot of other fun things, and you could play as Luigi too. It was very fun. I enjoyed that part, and that is probably a 8 out of 10 for me.
If it had Gusty Garden Galaxy, would it be a 9 out of 10?
Maybe.
Okay.
That's
Because
1 minute.
That's your favorite track from
It
Mario
is.
Galaxy
And I mean,
1, right?
Gusty Garden did have some callbacks to it in the music. It does. But
Nothing
yeah.
beats the original. I was kind of surprised by how linear Mario Galaxy 2 is. Like, they really borrowed in their menus and the level structure. They borrowed really heavily from New Super Mario Brothers, which I wasn't expecting. And you can see it in games that came later, where they have that whole, like, here's literally a straight line that you go through on the menu. It's like, I didn't realize that they did that in Galaxy 2.
It's probably a lot easier to segment their game dev, if I had to guess. You work on this, and then we'll just put them in order.
Possibly. Kind of a tighten up the graphics on level 3
Yeah.
situation. Okay. All right. Then,
All right, so Big Hops.
Big Hops. Ready, set, go.
All right, Big Hops is a platforming parkour game, and the writing is great. Tom from Toonami is in it, and
That's true.
we had. I wasn't expecting for it to get as deep and like it has the Kirby curse of you start out frog getting dinner and then the whole world reality is falling apart. It was a fun game. The gameplay felt really great. The writing was good, and I didn't collect everything. I also was able to break the game at one point because that's just how I am. And it wasn't anything that broke the game, but I did spend an entire level upside down. So probably if I had to give a rating to this one, it would probably be like a 7.5 out of 10.
You were running on your eyeballs.
I was.
For a long time.
That's
For
a minute.
no discernible reason.
Yeah.
That's true. That is a minute. Yeah, and you know what? Big Hops didn't have any combat in it.
It's kinda.
I mean, not really. That wasn't like a main thing.
It wasn't a
that
main
was in
mechanic.
it.
That's true.
Like, you had health, there were challenges, and you could die, but from failing the parkour, the platforming.
There were a couple bosses,
But like outside of those, there wasn't anything else.
Correct.
But that's true. There were. All right. Okay, so Bubsy 3D, ready, set, go.
what could possibly go wrong? Oh, I could start a list. Oh no. The game was fine. I've been listening to things about Bubsy 3D for a very long time, and now that I have the opportunity to play it, I understand. I played the updated version of Bubsy 3D, which changes the controls from tank controls to analog controls. Made the game pretty easy, although the platforming left much to be desired. There were a lot that were unforgiving, so if I were to jump over something that I could
Make a
potentially
big
fall
hop?
down, I couldn't recover from. That's true. And so I died a lot. And I did not get very far in the game. I enjoyed what it was and what it tried to do. But eventually, I think what I would have to say for Bubsy, I would probably give it a 4.5 out of 10 without making it to the end.
Do you plan on playing more of it? Either on stream or off stream?
Off stream, maybe. On stream, maybe.
So, potentially...
I would like to finish the game just to say that I've finished it. I just am not sure if I want to do that on or off stream.
Do you think its reputation as one of the worst games is deserved?
I don't think so, not especially for the time it was. I know it was mentioned in stream that comparisons, games that came out around the same time, it was very different. But this was also the time that we were navigating the 3D space.
Like, in the first place?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it really doesn't... it really doesn't stand up to comparisons against like Super Mario 64 or Tomb Raider or Crash Bandicoot, all of which was mentioned
Yeah.
in chat. It doesn't stand up to those games, but those are also games that have stood up against the greatest foe, time,
Yeah.
are still standing. So I don't know if it's necessarily a fair comparison.
But what does it say that the game got remade?
That the rights were very cheap.
That's fair.
that it was cheap. I mean, hey, look, studios can pour $100 million into a game, sell 10 million copies, and still call it a failure. So they're looking for easy wins sometimes.
So yeah, those were all the games that I've played. And so, Bookslap, what did you play this month by yourself?
Man, not nearly as much. Excuse me. I started out beginning of the month. I finally finished Pragmata. You know what? It actually occurred to me the other day. I just don't stream as much as you do. I literally don't have as many stream hours on your average hour. So that makes it a little tougher.
Are you sure about that?
It's slightly shorter. Yes, slightly shorter. It depends on how long I stream on a Sunday, but on like the average stream, yeah, it's a little shorter.
Interesting.
But I did finish Pragmata. That was a great game. It did get me a little bit at the end. I was a little sad because, spoiler alert, everybody's like, "Oh no, I bet we're getting attached to the child. I bet the child is going to die. The robo-child is going to die, isn't she?" Spoilers. No, she's the only survivor. Actually. So you get the reverse sadness of, oh, now my child has to go out into the world, and I'm not there to see them. But that was fun. I like that. I also had I'm going to say experience of playing Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories. That was what I spent most of this past month playing. Man,
Specifically, which version?
Re-Chain of Memories is the 3D version. The regular Game Boy Advance version is just Chain of Memories.
Understood.
So, yeah. So if it's just COM, it's the original Game Boy release, Game Boy Advance release. And if it's Re-Chain of Memories, like it's somebody responding to a chain email, which is weird. Is that what is that the intent of that title? The game is not about emails. It's about playing cards. Man, it's a whole bunch of ideas that are very hard to navigate all at once. There were many moments playing this game where I could feel the brain cell working overtime, and I'm sure you could feel it too, because I had to use the whole thing to just not die. I'm really glad that game is done. But every Kingdom Hearts game that we play after this will be better. All of them will be better. So it's like...
How many more are there?
That I have access to? Like... 6? 5? Something like that. It's... there's a bunch. Kingdom Hearts is 25 years old. I think it's 25. It might be 26 years old. And they made a lot of games. And you know what? In the last decade, they've only made, like, mobile and music games. It's been, like, a decade since Kingdom Hearts 3. The last time that the, like, main story really advanced. But, yeah, they made all of those games in the first, like, 15 years. There's a lot. But then I also had the time to start Resident Evil 0, which is a Resident Evil game that I have never played before. I have been avoiding it for a long time. Its reputation is not good. Not bad. It's not that the game is bad. It's that the game is very different and weird to play, and it is a not great experience on your first playthrough. It's one of those, like, when you walk forward into the unknown, it, like, kind of feels not great, but when you know what's coming, if you were to, like, play the game again, and you know how to deal with it, then it's better. It's it's one of those games, supposedly, that it's, like, better on subsequent playthroughs. So I have to get over the first time. I gotta get past my first time, to build up my confidence. But so far, it's been fine. We've already gone through the train. We're in the not Spencer mansion, and when I last played it, I was kind of stuck. I opened all the doors and found all the items that I could, and I don't know where to go. So, guess we'll figure it out. It's not going to be too long. I think in my next stream, I could maybe beat the whole thing, or at least get to the very end. Because, like, I'm not expecting to get really hard-walled anywhere. I have a lot of experience playing tank control style old Resident Evil games, and I've played the remake, the HD remake of 1 a whole lot, and they controlled the same way. So it's like, I'm not really expecting that to be too much of an issue. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe someone can cut this into a supercut of me dying in the game because it turns out to be really hard. And then I also got to play Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Just for a single session, I just needed something. It was actually requested that I hold off on playing RE0. So I thought, you know what? I had an anonymous benefactor gift me with Dragon Quest III after I was complaining about how much that I wanted to play it again. Yeah.
But don't take that as a complaining on the internet will get you everything you want.
Yeah, it really taught me a bad lesson, is that now I should just complain about things all the time, because I'll get presents. But I really love Dragon Quest III. I've actually only ever played it before on my phone, on a touchscreen, where it actually works pretty well on the phone. People have this, RPG gamers have this weird thing where they're like, ew, no, I don't want to play those games on my touchscreen on my device. No, that's a bad experience. It's like, you know what? I've played Dragon Quest III, Chrono Trigger, and Final Fantasy Tactics all on my iPhone, and they were fine. They were the same game. Get over yourselves. They're perfectly fine.
All right. Why don't you pick 2 of your games, and let's do a 1 minute for review of those as well.
Okay, well, I guess I should only pick the ones that I've actually finished. I could do Dragon Quest III, but I haven't finished the HD 2D. So, all right, we'll start with Pragmata, I suppose.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
This game was not on my radar at all, and in retrospect, I feel kind of silly because it was great. I really enjoyed every aspect of the game. The third-person shooting was great. The hacking minigame while you're shooting was great, and it was great because they balanced the enemies in such a way that you could do it. They knew, like, okay, your right thumb is going to be distracted or your right hand is going to be distracted, so don't make the enemies jump around too much. Don't make things too involved. And that's fine. They really hit the balancing really nice. There's a ton of collectibles and upgrades. I was not expecting to get attached to Little Robot Girl, but I did. Father Slap was in full effect. I really enjoyed the game, and I could see it being one of, if not the favorite game for me of 2026. So yeah, man, if I had to give it a rating... Oh, and it was a brand new game that played on my 2019 computer. Super optimized. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
All right. Solid.
Yeah, like it was a really great game. I hesitate to give it a perfect score because I'm sure there's more improvements that they could do, and I haven't gotten a chance to play on the highest difficulty. Maybe that'll, suck. I don't know.
All right. And Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh man, what a pendulum swing after playing the delight that Pragmata was. This game does not translate well into a 3D space. It's just mean. It's just mean. Why can they parry your healing? Why can they parry your healing? The game knows this, and the game will do it often. And it will say, no, you lose now. I died more in Chain of Memories than I have in every other Kingdom Hearts game I've played in all playthroughs combined. Because it was just rough, man. Trying to run around a 3D space while also dodging attacks, while also thinking about the card combos that you need, and physically scrolling through with the shoulder buttons. I don't know how I did it. It's too much. It was... And the plot... There's this much plot stretched across this much game. Oh man, 6 out of 10.
All right.
The game feel is just in the trash.
Understood. All right. And that kind of takes care of your your games, my games, but together we played one game this month.
That's
What game
true.
was that?
We played Cave Story multiplayer, which we were very excited to get into. I had never played Cave Story before, but I'd
And
always
I played
heard
it a
of
lot.
Andy had played it a lot. And we are still not quite done with it. We're at the last hurdles. Well, I guess you could say that it's the last hurdle since it all
Yes.
goes together. Whew. And it's tough.
It is
It's
very
really
tough.
I really appreciate the game. I've been thinking about it a lot more, and I do like it. I really appreciate it, and I think it's really wild how, for me, as a first-time player, playing it in 2026, and it came out in, man, we keep doing
2003, I think.
2004?
2004, yeah.
2003, 2004, and it's like the vanguard of the modern indie game scene. It's really wild to see oh, the people who made Celeste might have been looking at this thing, or the people who made this other game were looking at this thing, who made Hollow Knight, who made VVVVV, like that's really cool from an academic perspective. Oh, I can see how this game was really influential, or even just made people think, maybe I can make my own game, because people, I do think people give it a little too much leeway with the whole, well, it was made by one guy and that's cool and all, but I think maybe that fact helped other people think, well, maybe I can do a thing too, whether or not they actually made something on their own or made things collaboratively with other people. It made them think that they could do it, and so that's pretty cool.
All right, that actually answered my question. I was going to ask you kind of your thoughts on the game.
I mean, there's still parts of it that I don't like, but man, I really don't like the weapons leveling down. It's just it's so mean. Well, because it starts a snowball. You're having trouble and you're getting hit, and now your weapons are weaker, so you're gonna have more trouble, so you're gonna get hit more, so you're gonna die. It's feels bad, man.
It's the
Feels bad.
platforming equivalent of being underleveled.
Kind of. I mean, yeah, kind of.
Because the one segment where you're supposed to make that jump and you have to have the fully leveled machine gun to get the jump. Otherwise you get the not great ending. If you kept your weapon level at max the whole time, then it wouldn't be as easy to get that final ending.
Yeah, and that jump comes right after what is easily the most difficult boss up to that point. And even if you survive, yeah, you might have to use something different other than the machine gun, which is pretty useful. I have seen that there's other things that we missed that you could trade the gun for. There's a gun that can shoot through walls, apparently, that we could have gotten instead. But yeah, you would have to use something else and hold on to that. You know what's another thing that I wish, and it's just product of its time kind of things. I wish I could change the way the buttons are mapped, because I think we're both playing on controller, right?
That's correct. Yes.
I wish I could change the way the buttons are mapped, because pressing the B button to shoot while also pressing the A button to jump or to use the booster is really hard at times. You're kind of going back and forth. I wish I could put it on a shoulder button to shoot, and I feel like that would make some of the
I'm
things
surprised
easier.
that you can't with the multiplayer mod.
I don't think you can. I mean, maybe. To be honest, I didn't look, but I just assumed that I couldn't. Maybe you can. Maybe I should check. Maybe that would make it easier. But yeah,
You never know.
some of the defaults, it's really hard to do both things with my one thumb, or it hurts. It makes my thumb ache. I'm an old man. I don't have resilient thumbs like I did when I was a teenager. That's not true. When I was a kid, I would play games to the point where my thumbs would get swollen, and I would have to stop for a day or two, or start using the knuckle of my thumb instead of the pad. please comment down below if you have ever also destroyed your thumbs playing a video game.
So that's kind of, and then yeah, we're pretty much to the end of the game, but we haven't finished it yet.
We're gonna get there.
We'll get there.
We're gonna get there. It'll be fine. We do have some new things planned for the month of June. I'm really looking forward to the games that we have then, and really the whole summer. The whole summer is going to have lots of fun things for Teamwork Tuesday. But I think that's about it for today's episode.
Well, I was going to also bring up what movies we watched for movie night this month.
Oh, yeah, go right ahead.
And I realized I haven't been updating my movie list like I needed to, because our first movie was Big Trouble in Little China. I got that one in there.
Wow, that was a month ago?
That was May 2nd. And
this
then,
whole month is going too quickly.
And then The Passenger. And then there was a movie in between that I don't have on my calendar, which if you go to andybundy.net, by the way, on the homepage, scroll all the way down, our Discord events are on there. And you should see my stream times, Bookslap stream times, as well as our movie nights and any other Discord events that we have. Minor plug for that. What did we watch?
If we don't plug it, who's going to?
Exactly. Before or after The Passenger on the 16th, I don't remember what we watched then.
I barely remember what I had for breakfast.
Understood. But then last week we watched Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Which, wow, that was a long movie. Going into that movie, I was actually walking the dogs beforehand, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't really know much about this movie, but given that it's from the 60s, it could be like 72 minutes long, or it could be 4 hours. And I was right. I was right. It is extremely long.
The other one was The Phantom Toll Booth.
Oh, that's right. Another very odd movie. We watched some weird movies this past month.
Weird positive?
Yeah. Weird. I enjoyed all of them, but it was definitely a strange assortment. We kind of go through waves of this,
I rather the weird than the depressing.
Yeah, we've had
that was
depressing.
Like last month or the month before.
Yeah, we had a number of sad movies, which look, I like a sad movie, but balanced.
Some reprieve.
Balanced, yeah.
And then what is it that we're watching tonight? We're watching.
I actually haven't decided yet.
Okay.
How that's gonna work. It's okay. By the time that'll already be done by the time people listen to this podcast.
That's true.
You're listening up to us in the past, but we're talking about future events.
Well, if you watch, leave a comment. Let us know what we watched, and let me know what you thought about it.
He's learning. Leave a comment down below of the last thing that you learned.
But yeah, with that should be, pretty much the end here. Is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Make sure that you come on by to watch my best friend Andy Bundy's streams at twitch.andybundy.com. I don't know how the internet works.
Live.andybundy.net if you...
Thank you.
Twitch.tv/Andy_Bundy if you want to do it that way.
Sure. I'm tired. I've been to the gym today and brain is empty.
And don't forget to follow Bookslap on twitch.tv/Bookslap.
Listen to Andy. He's too smart for it to be your friendly neighborhood himbo.
That's not true. But I appreciate the sentiment. Also,
wow.
Join us on Discord.
Let's get the jar. Where's the self-deprecation jar?
Aha, I have it, and you can't have it.
And notice how there are no dollars in it. Notice how there's not even a single dollar in the self-deprecation jar, because Andy has not been upholding his end of the agreement.
It's true. But also, discord.gg/Bundy. You can join us on the Discord. We have lots of fun conversations and memes and junk on there, movie nights, and occasionally a bot raid. But we're working on that one.
Yeah, but I squashed them.
Bookslap is good mod.
I squashed them.
JJ's good mod too, because he's, I think, handled a couple of the bot raids too.
But
yeah,
that's
our show.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right,
We'll see
thanks
you
for
in
watching.
June.
We'll see you later.